Shako Mako, everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Joe Austin, and today we're going to talk about the DJI Spark. Is it still worth it in 2021? Let's take a look. So over here I have the DJI Spark. I got it when it first came out. We didn't have a lot of options, either this one for a small drone or the Mavic or the Phantom. The other two were really big and a little bit expensive. And for what I needed, which is just an air footage to put on my YouTube channel, this seems to be the right choice. So now we're going to talk about some of the features, and at the end of the video I will let you know if it's worth it or not. And we're also going to compare it with another options that we have right now with similar pricing. So the Spark over here, one of the main faults that it have, it's a 2-axis gimbal. So stabilization is fine, but it gets worse when you put it on the sport mode. It doesn't give you a lot of stabilization. While some drones, if not all, right now they have 3-axis gimbal, which is give you a lot better stabilization even when you put it on sport mode. So let's talk about their features. So on stills, it gives us 12 megapixel with 100 to 1600 ISO, and on videos give you 1080p 30 frame with a maximum bit rate of 24. Of course, the 30 frame, it's locked, you can't go 24. It's kind of sucks, but it's still good. I mean, 1080p, it's not bad. As far for flying time, it gives you 15 minutes with no wind. So if there is no wind, it can go up to 15. With wind, it's probably like 10 minutes. So it's really hard to fly it if you don't know where you're gonna shoot or what you're gonna shoot. If you're just gonna fly it and cruise the area, trying to find something to shoot, it will not give you enough time. It's usually better if you know where you wanted to fly it or what you're gonna be shooting at, and you just fly it, get the footage, and get it back. That's what 10 minutes would give you. As far as for the distance, give you 1.25 mile, which is like 2 kilometers. That's with no obstacles. So if you're like in the forest or if you're in downtime and there's a lot of buildings, that will not happen. So once there is an obstacle between you and your drone, it's gonna lose connection and it's gonna come back where you fly it from. So keep that in mind. The transmission quality, it's 720p, and it gets recorded on your smartphone. So because once you connect it to the smartphone, it's get a copy of the connection. But it's decent. I used it once on the video that I lost my drone because I lost the footage. So if your drone dies, all the footage that was recorded, it got deleted with it. So the only copy I have, it's the one that got recorded on my cell phone when I was flying the drone. As far for the controller, it's nice, it's decent. So it's got like the 2 antenna over here, and you can connect your cell phone to the bottom, which it sucks because once you're flying your drone, you're gonna hold it like this, and your thumbs is gonna cover a part of the screen. So as you can see, and I don't know why they don't put it on the top. I mean, they changed it. They put it on the top on the Mavic Air 2 and the Mavic Air, I think. So the new control is a lot better, but this old one, it's horrible just because you're looking under the controller, not above it. And even like the controls for cell phones, like if you want to play video games and you have those controller where you can hook up the phone. It's always on the top. I don't know why they didn't put that or do that from the beginning, but it's decent. These ones, it's a little bit rough, like it's strong, so you have to move them really slowly to not get like that pushy image. I shot a lot of videos using the Spark. It did decent job. Actually, it did a good job. It was fun to fly. It's a small, it's like, I don't know, it's really light. It's like 300 gram. Well, that's what they put on the, I don't know how much that in pound. I crashed it like 3 times. One of them was in a lake, and it's still working. So it's durable. It's well made. I just hope that the battery, if the battery was like, would have given me like 30-minute flight time, I would have not thinking about changing it at all. And I haven't changed it, to be honest. I mean, I have like 4 batteries with it, and I fly it every now and then when I see something that's, I know I need to shoot it from the air. That's when I fly my drone, but I don't go places and say, okay, well, let me fly it and see what I would get, because you would get tired of like bringing it back, change the battery, send it back again to try to find something. That could be really annoying. So let's talk pricing. So DJI Spark, it's been selling for $350. So $350 to get the DJI Spark. On the other hand, you can get the DJI Mini for $299, which is that drone. I mean, both drones have been discontinued, so I'm not saying they're good options, but if you're starting, if you're just starting using drone and you need something small, not too expensive in case you crash it, I think the Mini would be a better option, because give you 2.7K, and the recording you have 24, 25, and 30 frame. And if you go 1080p, you have 24, 25, 30, and 60 frame, which is at 60 frame, you can do a decent slow-mo with that footage. And the maximum bitrate, it's 40 instead of 24. The flying distance, it's 10 kilometer, which is, I think it's like 7 miles, 6 miles. I'm not sure. As far as stills, it still give you 12 megapixel images, which is, it's still the same. But the most important difference here, it gives you 30 minutes of flying time, which is, that's crazy. But that's also with no winds, which is basically, it's 25 minutes if there is winds. It's still a lot better than 10 minutes. Even if it's 20 minutes, it's a lot better. Flying distance is more, and flying time, it's better. It still have the same controller. It's a bit lighter. It's 249 grams, which is, it's really light, and it's tiltable. So you can tilt the blades and you'll have a smaller, you can even fit it in your pocket. So for the price you'll get, it's cheaper by 50 bucks, and it gives you all these extra features. So if you're just starting, you need a drone to get some air footage for your YouTube or just for fun, for family, I would say the DJI Mini, it's way better option. Of course, if you pay $450, then you'll get the DJI Mini 2, which it's a 4K, and everything else is much better. Here is the options. The drones that I'm really having my eye on is the DJI Mavic Air 2. This is the drone I'm probably gonna be getting anytime soon, because that one is a 4K, flying distance, it's great, and flying time, it's 32 minutes. It gives you a 4K, 60 frame, it gives you a 48 megapixel for stills, which is awesome. Give you 8K for time lapse, so you can fly it, have it take images, put a time lapse for you, and that's an 8K. I don't know, it seems like everything you need in that drone, and it's $799. Of course, this is if you don't get the Fly More combo. This is just one battery, one controller, and the drone and some extra blades. So yeah, here you have it. DJI Spark, now worth it. 2021, you can get a lot better drones for cheaper, or if you spend a little bit more, you'll get a way better drone for like $100 extra. So I hope you guys like the video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this and comparison, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.